Hello friends, today I bring you news that has shaken the world of entertainment. The main figure is Demet, who shocked everyone with explosive statements on television when asked about her ex, Can. Visibly upset, she said, "I got here with my own effort. No one has ever made me feel useless. But when someone tries, I don't stay silent." Can is one of them. Those words left the studio in silence, and social media went into flames. Within minutes, hashtags with their names went viral. Some applauded her courage, while others criticized her for speaking publicly about her private life. On Can's side, there was silence, until he posted a photo of a sunset with the phrase, "Sometimes the best answer is to say nothing." A short message that unleashed countless interpretations. For many, it was a veiled response to Demet. For others, a sign of maturity. Psychologists and experts weighed in. Some saw it as the release of repressed emotions, others as a risky move that could harm their careers. Producers and brands are now cautious. After this media clash, it seems almost impossible to see them together again in a project. Families have closed ranks. Demet's mother has supported her fully, while Can's circle insists he feels unfairly attacked since only one side of the story has been told. Today, the big question is whether Can will break his silence on camera or continue with veiled responses. What is certain is that the clash between Demet and Can has already become one of the most talked about episodes of 2025. When I think of Demet Özdemir, I feel admiration and respect. Amid all the noise and rumors around her and Can Yaman, I see a strong woman with a clear identity and her own path. Many say, and I agree, that she doesn't need Can to shine because she has always relied on her talent, her work, and her personality to conquer both on and off screen. Demet proves you don't need scandal or provocation to be remembered. Consistency and dedication are enough. Although people try to drag her into absurd comparisons or triangles of jealousy and intrigue, she has always held her head high. She has never fallen into vulgarity or the media circus. On the contrary, she radiates dignity and calm. Many fans say clearly, Demet is too good to be compared to certain people. What impresses me most is how she has transformed her career step by step. From being seen as just another promise to becoming an international reference. She hasn't settled for easy roles. She has sought complex characters and shown her talent has no limits. That's why people defend her, asking that she be left in peace. A fan summed it up well. Let her live, she's a princess, a wonderful and strong woman. Her silence bothers some, but I see it as strength and intelligence. She doesn't need to shout to prove her worth. While Can seems lost, surrounded by wrong choices, Demet continues to grow. She does not allow herself to be poisoned. She is not perfect, because no one is, but she is consistent. And in today's world, consistency makes you shine even more. For this reason, to me, Demet Özdemir is not just an actress, but an example of resilience. Her strength lies in staying true to her principles and building her destiny every day. And that makes her admirable, far beyond any passing romance or scandal. That's why I believe she represents the other side of fame, the one that shows you can endure without losing your essence. She is not perfect, but within her imperfections lies greatness. She found her freedom in serenity, not in excess. And that, to me, is the greatest lesson she leaves us. Being authentic doesn't mean shouting louder, but living in coherence with who you are. I cannot avoid comparing her to Can because their paths crossed at a crucial moment. Together, they were an explosive duo on screen, one that many still remember fondly. But while he seems to have lost part of his compass, she has remained firm, navigating between criticism and applause with surprising balance. This doesn't mean she hasn't made mistakes, we all do, but it means she knew how to rise again and learn from each misstep. Some say that the press and YouTube channels have insisted on inventing stories about her love life, trying to tie her to Can or any man close to her. And yet, she has made it clear that her true worth does not depend on who she is with, but on what she builds day by day. That is perhaps her greatest difference from many of her colleagues. Demet doesn't need to cling to a relationship to be relevant. She already is, on her own merit. I respect her more and more because despite the pressure, she has kept working hard, choosing meaningful projects, seeking growth. She doesn't settle for repeating formulas. She doesn't conform. And that restlessness is what makes her stand out. She wants more, demands more, and demands it first of herself. That hunger for evolution is what keeps her alive in the industry. That's why, when I see her constantly compared to Khan, I think the real story isn't who did better or worse after TURKISH. The real story is that she managed to remain firm while he took steps that still raise doubts. Demet, on the other hand, conveys clarity, even amidst the noise. She represents that silent strength that doesn't need constant defense, because the best defense is the coherence of her own journey.